know if I don't do it, I'll forget it.
Yeah. So in this episode, we are moving stuff around. And I'm not moving stuff around just to move stuff around. If you've been following along the last couple of episodes, we are ready to grow the business. We've been finding a balance this year in retail space, bin space, clothing space. And right now, kind of what we're working on is trying to sell all the clothes, the seasonal clothes that we held on to last year. But we have lots and lots of seasonal clothes. Clothes that we hung on to whenever the weather started getting colder. I think we had about 8 pallets, 8 4-foot tall pallets of seasonal clothes, bathing suits, kid clothes, adult clothing, and we've been putting that out. And we've been selling a lot of it, but we still have so much more to put out. We want to maximize the layout of the store. With that, I want to sell through all of this clothing that we have extra of so that the space that we will eventually use will be for the amount of clothing that we naturally get in each week. And as we are trying to find the balance, and I'm going to explain some of that more in this episode, give you a little bit more behind the scenes of the transformation that's kind of taking place. So let's watch. It's first day of the sale. It's Friday, $10 day. The bins look really, really good this week. We put out a ton of clothes, which I am super excited about, so that we can move out of all of the seasonal clothes that we hung on to last year when it started getting colder. A couple swimming suit pallets, and then the rest of it, I guess 2 swimming suit pallets, maybe 3. And then a bunch of other clothes. I guess really over the next 3 to 4, 5 weeks, we're gonna move through all of the clothes that we saved so that we can get a baseline for how much space we actually need. The clothing space that we will need will be determined by how much clothes we get in each week from the pallets that we use for restock in the bins. And then that will give us a good idea. Then we can figure out clothing sales at that point in time, how our customers are liking it, and then figure out, do we need to order additional clothes? But we don't really know all that until we figure out how much space we actually need for the amount that we get in each week without having to order a bunch of other stuff. So that's what we're doing. All of this stuff over here, we moved this wall completely back, which you saw. I like how it turned out. Today, we're gonna start moving back this wall over here. I have some ideas about how I think it's gonna work, but we don't have a lot of space back here in the stock room, so we're trying to make space to move stuff around to give space out there. So it's a lot of moving. It's like, it's like Tetris, but not like Tetris. You know, you gotta have certain pieces go in certain spots or else you keep getting stacked up. That's what we're working with today. Sorry, I guess I should stop talking or stop chewing my chips before I start talking. But we've made a lot of room. It's almost 1 o'clock now. The traffic is there today, but they're just not buying as much, even though the bins are stocked full of stuff. That's one thing about this business. It's like I learned to not look at the first couple of hours of sales, because some weeks we're extremely busy the first little bit, and we're thinking like, oh, we're gonna have a massive day. Then the afternoons are slow. Sometimes the mornings are slow, and then the afternoons are huge. It's just part of the roller coaster. But we made lots of room back here in the back. We up-stacked a lot of the pallets for now to make room, because this green rack is gonna go somewhere either against the wall over here or against that wall going that way. And eventually these next week, these shelving units are going to go over in the e-commerce area. That they're going to replace some of the shelves that we have over here. I guess specifically this other row, one of the rows, either this row it'll replace, or this other row that's right there, so that we can use those shelving units to make more bins as we expand the space. Today is move this with the wall attached, jack it up with pallet jacks using some of these steel beams right there, jack it up, roll it this way so that we can start putting the shelves like that. You can see those out there on the sales floor so that we can start hanging clothes on them instead of the racks that I was going to show you. But there's some people out there, the music is playing. If I do it out there, we'll probably get copyright video, and that wouldn't be good. But that's the plan this afternoon. But I've only got a little bit of time, because I guess I got less than 2 hours to do as much as I need to, because I'm picking up the kids today from school.
The other side that's standing near the wall.
This is about to be crazy. Crazy.
Never know, wanna be gangster trying to play hard. Ding dong, they just think they are.
Yep, so we spent all of this time getting this wall moved back, so we have so many more room for activities. Only for us to have to crawl over it. Hey, Nidra!
One problem solved, many more created. But hey, we didn't have to take the wall down just yet. It is a mess in here, a big mess. And if we weren't going to Los Angeles next week, the week of March 20th, I would probably try to do a couple more things this week, but because we're on a time constraint with everything that we're doing, I just should not do it. I should be realistic with my expectations about what we can get done this week, but also making sure that the store is in a good shape for when we're not here. Jessica and I are not here next week, because I don't want it to be disorganized and stuff everywhere. So we're ultimately, I think I may have even mentioned it in the video. I know I talked to Ron about it, that we're gonna probably end up having to take these gray shelves down. I didn't want to, because they're a pain in the butt to have to take down and put back together. But with everything that we've got to get done and move around and do this and get organized and get the store back efficient as far as like places for all the cleaning stuff, all the beverages and stuff. It needs to happen. So the goal today is to get the back of house organized, to get homes for things. We're gonna disassemble the gray rack. We've already started moving the gray warehouse racking. We are gonna put one more section down at the end down there where those are, but we couldn't get that moved right now because of all of the Gaylord boxes falling over. Eventually, those boxes there will probably go on top there at some point in time, but that's what we're doing. It's a lot of move this to move that, move this to move that. That's what happens when you're moving while you're still operating and you're reorganizing. There's just real no easy way to do it. What it is about daylight savings time, but this has really messed me up. I am so tired. I don't even know. The kids are tired. It's just crazy. I don't know what it is, y'all. I'm just tired, you know. I know that I've been working a lot, but no more than normal. No more physical labor than normal. I know we've been moving the store around a lot, and I am extremely happy with how it is turning out, especially this wall here. This is in the back room, the stock room, the back of house now. I think I hear Krista's. Krista, is that you? It is 9 o'clock. Good morning, Krista. But this wall turned out amazing. I still have all of this over here to clean up today. That was the kids' fort that used to be right over there in the gray rack, but now that's the door. So I've got to find a new place for that. I've got to get these Christmas trees up. And then the one thing I don't like about the new wall, I guess this is y'all's first look. Isn't that look good, y'all? This is not how it is going to stay. It's how it is for right now. But I don't like, you see all that back in the back? You walk in, and that's what you see. And I don't like that. Jessica and I were very aesthetic, you know, but I just don't like how that looks. And I know a lot of people will probably look at that and they won't see anything, they won't even notice it, but I do, and it bothers me. We can look at extending the walls up. I've got more of those panels that we can use. I would have to buy some that I could cut and put in here, and then it could go up. I don't exactly know what we're gonna do yet. That's the next problem to solve. Over here, we've got all the shoes. I did purchase more of these right here that should be in on Thursday, so that way we can make this whole wall clothing, since we've been having problems finding a medium program to stock the retail wall that we actually can make money on instead of just putting stuff on the shelf to make no money. That's kind of what we've been doing for, I guess, the last several months. And it's not because the program is broken, it's just because the way that we're purchasing right now, with all the changes in the back, we don't have room for a truckload of small stuff and a truckload of medium stuff and then the other stuff. So we've been having to order just 4 or 5 pallets of here, or go down and get 10 pallets from someplace. And that's not working for us. But the retail wall itself, it does work. So I don't want y'all's feedback like, well, don't do the mediums, don't do this, because the customers like it. The numbers show that it works. We just have to find something that doesn't cost so much per pallet and the quality is there, because some stuff that we've tried, like 60% of it goes in the bins. And we just can't do that. But lots of stuff we're doing today, but that's why I'm going to leave y'all in this video, because we've got lots of stuff going on. So you'll have to catch the new updates in the next one. Until then, peace.